Session 39 of Unit 4 of Taxation of 5th Semester BBA of Mangalore University. In this session, we shall study about payment not deductible under Section 40A. The learning objectives are to understand the payments not deductible under Section 40A. Students should be able to understand the payments which are not deductible under Section 40A. These are the contents. In the previous session, we have studied computation of total income, assessment of companies, computation of tax liability of the companies. Payments to relative, etc. Paying them more than reasonable amount for the goods or services from them is disallowed provided that the income tax officer feels that such payment is unreasonable. Payment exceeding rupees 10,000, rupees 35,000 in case of payment for plying, hiring or leasing goods carriages where it is not made by online mode, account pay cross check or account pay cross DD, entire amount is disallowed. This rule has certain exceptions. Payment in rural areas having no banking facilities, payment made to cultivators, growers against the purchase of agricultural produce, payment made to banks, LIC or to government, payments required to be made on a public holiday or when the banks are closed due to strike. Disallowance of unpaid liability. Section 43B. If the SSC maintains books under mercantile system of accounting, the following expenses are deductible on payment basis. Any sum payable by an employer by way of contribution to RPF, SAF or any other fund for the welfare of employees. Any sum payable by way of tax, duty, cess or fee. Any sum payable as bonus or commission to employees. Any sum payable as interest on any loan or borrowing from a public financial institution or a state financial corporation or from a scheduled bank, including cooperative bank. The above expenses are deductible in the year in which payment is actually made. However, there is one exception when the payment is deductible on accrual basis, and this is applicable if the following conditions are satisfied, like payment is actually made on or before the due date of filing return of income and the evidence of such payment is submitted along with the return of income. So there are certain expenses and when the payments should be made, like any sum payable by way of tax, duty, cess or fee under any law for the time being in force. The payment should be made either during the relevant previous year or on or before the due date for furnishing return of income. Any sum payable by an employer by way of contribution to provident fund or superannuation fund or any other fund for the welfare of the employees, then the payment should be made on or before the due date by which the SS is required as an employer to credit such contribution to employees' account in the relevant fund under the provisions of any law or terms of contract of service or otherwise, and where such payment is made other than in cash, the sum has been realized within 15 days from the due date. In case of bonus or commission to employees for service rendered, payment should be made either during relevant previous year or before the due date for furnishing return of income. Any sum payable as interest on any loan or borrowing from a public financial institution such as ICICI, IFCI, IDBI, state institutional investment corporations, scheduled bank, cooperative bank, then such payment should be made either during the relevant previous year or before the due date for furnishing return of income. These are the references.